Let's hear it for Dennis. My buddy Dennis on the drums. On the drums. He lent us a kayak today. Me and Sean wrote kayaking today. And here comes our special appearance. Jamie Coots. Jamie Coots just coming up to say hi. It's not even his birthday.
Yeah. Not even his birthday.
I got bubbles in here.
It's on his birthday.
Hey, Jamie Coots, also known as Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. The pirate.
Oh my God. Don't start. Camcorder.
He's quite the pirate, this guy.
Get the camcorder. Where is it?
Give me a good lap dance. Good lap dance over there, thanks. I owe you $5. Okay, so before we get started, hey, we're just here to have some fun. So whatever is said stays in the camp. It's almost like Vegas, okay? Whatever is said here, we're butts to the end, right? Okay, so hey, we're just here to have some fun, so we're not trying to offend anybody. We're just here to have some fun. Get the fire hat.
Where's Iron?
Good.
What?
Yeah, I'm going up too, so.
Ouch.
So, we're just here to, say hi to Jamie Coots. Good guy.
Maybe.
Just here to tell you a little bit about his life.
Yeah.
Am I switching? Beyond that table.
So I'm just here to tell you, him and I are really good buds. Still good, really good buds. Almost like a brother to me.
Think so? Okay. Well, good one.
Almost like a sister, but
I'm not the one wearing the bathing suit.
yeah. So I'm just here to tell you his life story from birth
Oh God.
to present. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe a little add on here and there, but this is the truth. I would never over-exaggerate.
No.
Just some things that maybe you didn't even know. Even you didn't know about Jamie Coots. Well, here's one of them.
You're gonna ground him out to this end.
No, Auntie and Uncle know about this one. That he wasn't even born. He wasn't born with eyelids.
Or brains. Sorry. I hope, Sammy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So poor guy wasn't born with any eyelids. So his parents had to circumcise him to give him eyelids.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Morning. Yeah. We're live.
Those must be good drugs you're taking, Bessie. You gotta share, right?
So Jamie's in school, right? Jamie gets to grade 1. He goes on to grade 2, and the teacher asks Jamie, "Hey Jamie, a little bit of math. He's in the math class. Jamie, if your dad gave you $10 to do the lawn, and the next week he gave you another $10 to clean your room, how much money would you have?" And Jamie says, "0." And the teacher says, "Jamie, I don't think you don't know your math." And Jamie says, No, you don't know my dad. Uncle Jim. So now Uncle Jim's not there. Jamie's in class again, but he's got to go home and he's doing these chores, so he's anxious to get home. He wants to get home because if he doesn't get home, you might get in shit, so he doesn't want to be late. So the teacher says, "Okay, class, I'm going to ask 3 questions, and whoever answers these questions right can go home. Whoever doesn't get the questions right has to stay here and put their heads on the desk and waste 20 minutes of your time." And Jamie's like, "Well, I got to get home because my dad's going to be pissed off if I don't get home and do some chores, right?" So the teacher says, "I'm going to tell you a saying, you to tell me what popular person told you this." So she says, "I had a dream." Jamie, oh. Cream puts up her hand and teacher says, "Come in." And teacher says, "What's your grade 2 teacher?"
Mrs.
Not the third year of grade 2, your first year. Oh, you can't remember. So Crean says, "Martin Luther King?" "I had a dream." "Very good, Crean. You can pack your stuff and get out. Go home." James like, shit.
That's not the right answer.
Right? So she's okay.
That's why you spent 3 years in grade 2.
Two more questions. Says, "It's not what you can do for your country, but it's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." Jamie knows it. Oh, I got this one. "Bev?" And Bev says, "John F. Kennedy?" "Very good, Bev. You can go home. Pack your stuff." And Jamie's like, "Shit, man." Shit. So Bev takes off. So one more question. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Jamie's got, this is easy. I know this one, right? And so the teacher says, "Kathy, do you know?" And Jamie's like, shit. "Neil Armstrong?" "Very good, Kathy. You can go home now too." Right? So Jamie's all pissed off. He says, so the teacher turns her back and, she says, "Okay, guys, everybody else just put your head on the desk and wait 20 minutes and we'll go home at 3:30 like you're supposed to." And Jamie's all pissed off and says, "Jeez, I wish these bitches would shut their mouths." And the teacher turns around and says, Hey, who said that?" And Jamie says up, says, "Tiger Woods. Now can I go home?" Stuff like that, you heard that about 9 times already. So Jamie got a little bit older. Jamie got a little bit older. He's, grade 7. He came home and says, "Dad, why is everybody looking at me in the changing room? I take a shower, I'm getting naked in grade 7, Everybody's staring at me because you're 19 years old." There we go. So Jamie gets a job. Jamie gets his first job, and he's got to log on the computer, right? He's got to log on the computer, and he has to call the 1-800 number to the IT department, and it says, like, I can't get on this computer. I've tried my code. I can't get on. Can you help me log on to my computer? So they say, no problem. Just punch in your code, and we'll get you going. So Jamie's up there for like 5 minutes. And the girl on the other end of the line says, like, what the heck's your password? And he says, "Well, my password's like Huey, Dewey, Louie, Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, Charlie Brown, and Toronto." And the girl on the other end's like, "Wow, that's a pretty long password. Why is it so long?" And he says, "Well, right on here it says I got to have 8 characters and 1 capital." So he left that job. What's that?
You're almost finished.
Just started. So then, after that, they sent him to the, just because of his job, they had to send him for a psych assessment. So he's at the psychiatric memory test. And there's 2 other guys in the room, and they say, "Hey, Jane, the first guy, what's 3 times 3? And the guy says, 200. The guys look at him like, "What are you, crazy?" "No." So they ask the second guy, "What's 3 times 3? And the guy says, "Tuesday." "No." Let's ask Jamie. "Jamie, what's 3 times 3? And the guy says, 9. The second guy says, "Well, thank God, How'd you get 9? "Well, I just subtracted 200 from Tuesday." So he didn't get that job. So he moved on. He moved on to another job at the M&M's factory. M&M's factory. He only lasted about 2 days there. Why? They kept on throwing out all the W's.
Well, they look like it.
Oh, I know. I'm with you, brother. Simple, I know.
Wouldn't you agree?
He tried to grieve his job back, couldn't get it back. Okay? What are unions, eh, Uncle Jim?
Yeah.
So his last job, he became a police officer, right? So he did his basic training. So he's sitting there doing the old radar and that. Sees this woman go by the stop sign pretty fast. Pulls her over. Says, hey lady, did you realize that you went through that stop sign pretty fast, you know? She says, well, I slowed down. You know? He says, well, slowing down is not good enough. You have to stop. It says stop right there. And he says, that's important. She said, well, what's the difference? If I slow down or speed up, slow down or stop, slow down, stop, what's the difference? And he's becoming pretty belligerent, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, then she starts calling a few names, and Jamie's got a bit of an anger problem. So, you know, what's the difference? If you slow down or stop? So, yeah. So now he's getting a bit pissed off. So Jamie snaps a bolt, pulls out his baton, starts whacking her. Bang, bang, bang. Do you want me to slow down or stop? He lost that job, too. Went to Goldcorp.
Went to Goldcorp.
But before he got fired, that same day he got called to a traffic accident. Right? This bus went over the cliff. A few people died. So Jamie's interviewing the people in the bus. So a lot of the humans died, but there was one monkey that was still alive. So he's talking to this monkey. So he's asking the monkey, like, what was going on in that bus? And the monkey's doing this. There's a lot of dancing. What else was going on? You know? There's some stripping going on. What else was going on in that? Oh, people were drinking. He's doing this, you know. What else was happening in that bus? There was some sex in that bus. And the monkey's like this, yeah. And what were you doing all at this time? Jamie's last job was a bartender. So he's talking to this native guy. They call him Chief. Right? Hey, Chief. So he's pouring some blue, and Chief had a few beers, and they're at the Elgin Hotel in Sudbury. The Elgin. And
Sure wasn't the Ramsey?
could have been. And this fag walks into the bar and asks Chief, he says, hey, want a blowjob? And Chief grabs that guy, he punches him about 9 times in the face, drags him outside, brings him over to the tracks, punches him about 10 more times, and just leaves that guy for dead on the tracks. Comes back in and says, hey, James, give me 2 more blue, please. And James like, holy shit, Chief, I've never seen you this pissed off before. Like, what'd that guy say to you? And the Chief said, something about a job. So, poor Tiger's in the news. Tiger Woods. He's a golfer, if anybody doesn't know. He's a golfer.
He's the only one that ever had sex.
You don't have sex? So Tiger, though, he's had a bad life because, you know, he's kind of blaming a lot of this ordeal on his dad. And he was interviewed, and they said, "Oh, what do you mean? Like, how can this be your dad's fault?" And he said, "Well," he says, "a few years ago, when my dad was on his deathbed, he said, hey, I taught you how to play golf. Try your hardest, and fuck the rest."
Literally. How many has he got now?
I don't know. So Tiger Woods and the Pope died on the same day. So by accident, Tiger went to heaven and the Pope went to hell. Yeah. So the devil's down in hell, and he's like talking to the Pope, says, sorry, these things happen once in a while. You know, Your Excellency, we're sorry that you're down here, but don't worry. Tomorrow morning we're going to get you up there. But because it's after 4:30, the office is closed. Our paperwork can't come through yet. But don't worry, you'll be up there tomorrow, buddy. You know, no problem, he says. So sure enough, the next morning, you know, Tiger Woods is coming down from heaven, and the Pope's going up, and sure enough, they meet halfway. And Tiger says, sorry, Mr. Pope, you know, I had to spend a night in hell, you know, sorry these things happen. And the Pope says, don't worry, my son, you know, I've waited all my life to meet the Virgin Mary. And Tiger says, oh shit, you missed her by one day. Okay, now this is about Jamie, because he was a good golfer back then. Before the drugs, he was a good golfer. First time we met him, we said, hey Jamie, like we needed a third guy, we needed a fourth guy. So hey Jamie, you want to come and golf with us Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning? And Jamie says, yeah, sure, I'll be there, but I might be 5 minutes late. Okay, no problem. So sure enough, 10 o'clock, he shows up, and he, you know, plays left-handed, shoots a 60, you know, shoots awesome. And then we said, okay, you know, good round. Come back, you know, if you're available, come back next Friday. And 10 o'clock, same time. And Jamie said, yeah, I should be there, but I might be 5 minutes late. You know, okay. Sure enough, 10 o'clock, he's there. This time he plays right-handed. Shoots a 60 again. Right? So this goes on. We said, hey, come back next week, 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'll be there this time for sure. But I might be 5 minutes late. So sure enough, you know, and that time he comes back. This time he shoots left again. And he shoots another 60. And so after a few weeks, this has been going on. So we're having a few drinks in the clubhouse, and so I finally asked him, like, Jamie, you know, you shoot left-handed, you shoot right-handed, you're shooting 60s all the time, like, how can you be so good? Like, how do you know which hand to hit with every day? He says, well, he says, when I wake up in the morning, and I look, and my wife's sleeping on her left side, I shoot left-handed. If she's laying there and she's laying on her right side, I know I gotta shoot right-handed. And I go, well, what happens if she's sleeping on her back? Well, that's when I'm 5 minutes late. Anyway, so throughout Jamie's career, he does a lot of traveling. So the guy's on a plane. He's on a plane. The pilot says, attention all passengers, we're on frickin' fire. We're gonna die in 1 minute. So this woman jumps out of her chair and says, oh my God, we're gonna die in 1 minute. Somebody treat me like the woman I am. So Jamie takes off his shirt and says, here, iron this. Jamie walks into his house 25 years ago. Jamie walks into his house, finds his wife in bed with a neighbor. And Jamie says, honey, what the hell are you doing? And the wife turns to the neighbor and says, see, I told you, you stupid.
I'm gonna be like Elaine and pee myself.
Oh God. Why? I'm wearing a diaper. Just wear a diaper.
That depends.
And I forgot, Jimmy had one more job. He's working at 7-Eleven. This woman walks in, she orders 2 Diet Coke, 1 Pepsi, a TV guide, and some toilet paper. And Jamie says, hey, are you single? She says, yes, I am. Why? Because you're ugly. Huh?
Nylon.
Not yet.
Sorry.
This truck driver driving down the road. He sees Jamie on the frickin' middle of the yellow line. He's got his mouth is gagged, his hand behind his back, and he's naked. Truck driver slams on his brakes, almost frickin' runs him over. And the trucker says, like, are you okay? And Jamie says, oh, thank God you're here, man. Thank God you're here. I just picked up a hitchhiker. He banged me over the head with a friggin' crowbar, stole all my clothes, stole all my money, and gagged me and put my hands behind my back. And the truck driver smiles, pulls down his pants, and says, boy, you're really having a bad day. There's couples in the bush, having a little bit of kinky sex. Right? It's in July, and they're in the bushes, trying to hide from everybody. And this perverted neighbor, he's kind of like looking through the glass, you know, screens open, windows open. So the neighbor's kind of trying to look in between the bushes. And the neighbor says, shit, I wish I had a flashlight. And the girl down in the bushes says, yeah, I wish he had a flashlight too. For the last 3 minutes he's been eating mulch.
The ground's moving.
That's the alcohol.
Okay.
No one really knew this, but Jamie was also born deaf-mute. So he's walking down Rainy River about 15 years ago, and he meets his old buddy. And Jamie says, hey, how's it going? And his friend says, hey, not bad, how you doing? The guy says, you can talk? And Jamie says, well, yeah, I can talk. The guy says, well, you used to not be able to talk 15 years ago. And Jamie says, well, I saw a doctor. It's a little bit intensive therapy, but it worked. You know, I can talk now. And the guy says, well, give me the guy's name and number, his business card. I want to set up an appointment, because I got to freaking talk to this guy. I want to learn how to talk again. So Jamie gives the guy his business card. Sure enough, the guy sets up an appointment a week later. Hey, so the guy goes into the freaking doctor's office. Remember, Mike? And so the doctor says, okay, just take off all your clothes, get up on the table, get on all fours, and point your bare ass to me. And the guy's thinking, oh my... Okay, but I want to do this because I want to learn how to talk again, you know, I'll be able to talk. So the doctor picks up this freaking broomstick, rams it right at the guy's freaking bum, and the guy goes, ah! And the doctor says, hey, good, come back tomorrow, and I'll teach you the letter B. C, D, and E. That was a pretty intensive physiotherapy for a year. That was, yeah. But Jamie can talk now, and sometimes we wish he would have worked. But Jamie's a big dog lover. He's a big dog lover for sure. He went to the pound and got a dog, right? And you know, he named him himself, right? He only had the dog for about 2 days. So Jamie lets the dog go for a pee. The dog doesn't come back. So here's the frickin', you know, so he thought the name was pretty neat. So he called his dog Stains. Hey, Stains, how you doing? Lets the dog frickin' out for a pee, doesn't come back. So he's out there, you know, an hour, 2 hours. Dog's lost. So here's Jamie frickin' out on his front porch yelling for the dog. Come, Stains! Come, Stains! Jamie's friend was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right? Jamie actually had a smart friend. Only once. And then she sobered up and left him. But
I hope I got a new one.
And we're just your family. We're not your friends. We're just your family. We're forced to be your friends. So.
You can pick your friends, you can't pick your family.
That's correct. That's correct. So, oddly enough, this girl gets to the $1 million question. $1 million question, and Regis says, Martha, there's 3 of these birds, and tell me which of these birds does not live in a nest. Right? A robin, a cuckoo, and a dove bird. And the girl's like, I don't know, a robin, a cuckoo, and a dove. I'm going to have to phone a friend. Who does she phone? Her smartest friend she's got. Jamie Coots, right? So she calls Jamie up and says, Jamie, like, what bird doesn't live in a nest? A cuckoo, a robin, or a dove? And Jamie says, what are you, stupid? A cuckoo. So the girl says, Regis, cuckoo, final answer. And the girl wins $1 million, right? So the girl takes him to Dominican for 2 weeks, right? So they're sitting around having some Mai Tais, and the girl says to Jamie, like, how the hell did you know that? Like, how'd you know that? You know, your bird's pretty good or something? And Jamie says, no, are you stupid? Cuckoos live in clocks. Where's Dennis?
You need a drummer?
I'm almost done. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how much more I can take.
two more jokes. Two more jokes.
He hasn't sat still this long.
Yeah, this is as long as I've sat still all weekend.
Put the night down.
That's it. It's over.
Okay, so but I am here to tell you a little bit of depressing news in Ignis. Ignis, we were listening to Jamie's satellite radio, Norlai, on 24 Main Street. Inside the house, they found 3 women, 4 men, with cornflakes and Cheerios poured all over the room and all over their bodies, and bananas stuck up their ass. They think it's a serial killer. Don't go to Ignis. He's still on the loose. Fighting these bushes right now. I think it's this guy right here.
I think he's going to Burke's Drive next.
Yeah. So Jamie had a girlfriend. Back in the day, they were kind of dating a little bit. Right? So Jamie's asking me, like, he's a, he looked up to me like a brother. I looked down to him like a sister a little bit, but say, Tim, like, have you had sex yet? Like, I said, well, once or twice, like, in the shower. But he says, listen, he says, I got this girlfriend. Her name was Bev. Sorry, that was...
You weren't supposed to tell.
Surprise. Anyway, her name's Martha. He says, every time I'm kind of like, I'm in her, like, every time I thrust, her toes keep on crimping, right? This has been going on for 3 weeks. Finally, on the 7th occasion, he found out she was still wearing her pantyhose. Only in Red Lake. One more.
Oh, good, kid.
Okay, you better sit down for this one. Kids, block your ears. So, of course, one of the early times I saw Jamie, I got a camp over here. And I'm sitting on my porch drinking some friggin' rum and coke. And I see Jamie, he comes up in his friggin' lung boat. And he picks up this bride, all in her gown still. He runs up the friggin' stairs, puts her in the house. 2 minutes later, what's your name again? Jamie. Running down the stairs, he's got a tackle box and a fishing gear. Jumps in his boat and frigs off fishing. 12 hours later, he comes back with 2 perch.
I must have went alone that day.
2 perch. Goes home, sleeps. 6 in the morning, I'm out there having my friggin' coffee. Here's Jamie again, got his tackle box and his fishing rods. Going back down to the dock, jumps in a boat, takes off. Comes back again around, 10:30 at night again with 1 bass. Next morning, he's out 6 o'clock in the morning with his fishing gear. Goes back down, jumps in a boat, comes back around midnight with, 0 fish again. So finally on the 4th day, I catch the guy. I said, Jamie, it's none of my business, but you just got married. Why don't you spend an extra, half an hour in your room or something, consummate the marriage or something, He said, well, I would, but she's got gonorrhea. Oh, sorry, guys, that's too bad, That's pretty sad. Keep block your ears. So I said, well, none of my business, but there's probably other ways of satisfying yourself, And he says, well, I would, but she's got a little bit of diarrhea. Holy gee, that's pretty bad, where'd you meet this girl, you know? Rainy River? Like, I said, well, come on, like, there's gotta be other ways. Maybe just kind of spin around, like, come on, like, do it that way. Now, well, I would, but she's also got diarrhea. I'm like, come on, like, why the hell did you marry her? Well, she's also got worms, and I love fishing.
I thought you were going to say because she's got a boat.
No, just worms. Okay, so yeah, Jamie's famous words are, I'm going to tell Granny.
Only Don there. Well, you two. And you. Chris.
So I just got to have one more little story, and then we're going to get Matt up. He's going to come up and just say a little hi to Jamie here. But my big story was, you know, Corinne and I are still dating back in 1982. This man here, so we're 17-ish, she's like 16. And the Coutts are moving to Missinabbi, like the next day. So it was like Saturday night or something, so we decided to drink a Mickey really fast. Hey, we're pretty drunk down at Windy Lake, right? And, you know, so we do some drinking.
Who did we bump into down there?
I don't know. Who we drink into? Bev?
Couldn't even get her nose over the bar. There's an 18 or 19-year-old boy, me big, and Bev sitting there drinking. Jamie can't even get in. He's standing outside while Bev's going, cheers.
Yeah. So Jamie gets pretty drunk. Pretty drunk. Imagine that. Huh?
Beyond drunk.
Beyond. He's hammered. He's hammered. Right, of course I'm drinking too.
Then he lost his shoes.
Yes.
So yeah, so here, Aunt and Uncle here buy a brand new little shoes to go to school in Missinabbi, right? So he puts them down, we go for a little swim. 3 hours later, we get drunk, he can't remember where his friggin' shoes are, right? So like, well, James, I gotta be home at midnight, because my mom's gonna be pissed off if I'm, you know, late.
Were you ever home at midnight?
Not that often, but I did have to go home, right? So, the whole party is looking for Jamie's frickin' shoes, you know? And of course, we're in the water looking for his shoes. He's on his knees crying to God. Please, God, if I don't get my shoes, my mom and dad are going to kill me.
I can't go home without my shoes.
Yeah, we looked for an hour, couldn't freaking find him, right? Couldn't find him. Sent him home in his bare feet. Of course, you know, his mom's like, you're drunk. You were 10? Where's your shoes? It all went downhill from there. Of course, we got the next day, we go back in the daylight. 2 seconds later, where are they? They're under the friggin' picnic table.
Sitting on.
We're sitting on the picnic table. Couldn't find the shoes.
Oh, we were mad.
Oh my God. So,
We weren't that bad, right?
we weren't mad.
Yeah,
We were drunk.
He's crying his head off.
Anyway, so I'll call Matt up here. Matt's gonna say a little fun in the sun here.
Only one joke.
He's got one joke, so. Jamie's gonna hate me.
Hey, Jan.
Way to go, Jimmy.
Alright, I'm kinda sick, but still tell it. Alright, there's these 3 people. One had a small hand, the other with small feet, one with the smallest penis. So they decided to go with the Guinness World Records. And sure enough, the next day, when the smallest hand, smallest feet went, I got the Guinness World Records. The one with the smallest penis went, who the hell is Jamie Coutts? I had to burn you at least once. Alright, I'll tell another one.
Another bird.
Where did we get this one?
I'm thinking my ass is pretty good right now.
Alright, there's this little kid named Noah Retardo because he's mentally retarded. But his dad owns a mattress store. Sometimes his dad brings little Retardo over and says, "Hey, what bed is that, little Retardo?" And he tells the name. So this day he decides to come and says, "What's that, little Retardo? What's that, little Retardo?" And he says, "A single bed. Good one, little Retardo." And they keep going on and on until they hit the last bed. And, well, do you know the last bed with the one bed on the top, one bed on the bottom, and the one with the ladder?
A bunk bed.
Good one, little Retardo. Alright, good night. I got my If it makes you feel better, Timmy had the worst of it too. That's why I call him the Retardo.
Everybody's always picking on me. Granny!
Suck it up.
Granny!
I don't. I've never played.
Stand up there and close your eyes. Shut up.
I'll go.
What do I feel in your heart? It's all our noise.
Cocaine.
Your brother can get better if you want. It's okay, you can.
Doesn't have to be a song.
Might be.
I feel like doing a song.
Close your eyes.
My voice sounds so bad.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it do.
That's your perception of this song. It's your perception.
You gotta forward and go for it.
There's a lot of best stuff on
It's like listening to yourself when you're recording. How do you sound on the answering machine? Come on. This is all seven.
Then you're in your room.
Fall this year, hear the yell, back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, come if I could. Walk with me, Susie, through the park, by the tree, there stood on our uniforms, from chasing all the ants and worms, we clean up and now it's time to learn. Clean up and now it's time to learn. Walk to school all by ourselves.
Play something else.
Okay, I will play.
I was walking with one eye on the other side.
on the G. Watch.
Four punches.
You rock.
John Steph.
Best concert I've ever been to.
Because there was three.
Can you draw the grab stuff?
You can just leave your 3750 in the.
We're taking a picture of him, taking a picture of us. Right?
You ready?
Ready.
That works for me.
Yeah, figured out what's not really.
October? August, right? August 24th. It's your birthday.
Here we go. I'm twisted.
90%. 90%.
You want to pull?
90%.
Come on.
Kevin's not here. You can now. Come on, give it a call.
We finally got an opportunity.
Speaking of the microphone, how do you like our family so far?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Unlike moose.